Hey guys, how's it going? Giving you a update on the SA200 project. We are pretty deep into it, as you can see. The generator head itself has all been rebuilt. It's got all brand new brushes on the inside. I had a guy go through the whole thing. We put a new bearing in it. Everything on the inside has been recoated in that lacquer type deal. So all that's been done. The generator head is minty. We are good to go on that. Engine runs great. We're not going to mess with that. We're going to get it cleaned up and painted just as she sits. We'll pull off a few other things, get everything taped up, get it cleaned up, and put some paint on it. The whole assembly there. I'm going to leave everything wired up so that way I don't completely screw myself on the wiring. I'm just going to put all this stuff in a bag and hang it up while I paint that assembly. So that's pretty much a done deal right there. That's all ready to rock and roll. I've got quite a few parts at the powder coat guy. This is the frame. As you can see, we've got some sheet metal work to do here. This is the bottom section of the battery box. It is rotted completely out. And we've got some nasty rust blowing through here on this outside edge. Basically what happens, you know, from the factory, they just weld this side here and then a weld right here, as you can see, that line. So they just weld those two pieces right there, and then moisture gets stuck in between these two sheets, and that rust, you know, as it flakes up and whatnot, it's got enough power to just push that sheet metal out pretty crazy. So it's bulbous like that with all that rust just packed in there, nasty junk. So we're going to have to cut this whole back section off and patch in a new piece and then re-weld it on. Build a new battery box, not a big deal. So the frame needs a little bit of work. The center hoop section here with the lifting eye on it, that is a welded on piece from the factory. And I had seen some reproduction frames that you can buy, and those guys have that be a bolted on piece. And so to make it a lot easier for myself to pull that whole assembly out of the frame, I decided to go ahead and do the same thing. I just cut the welds. We'll get those filled back in, ground smooth, and then I've got those holes that I drilled in there before I even cut the welds. So that'll work out pretty well, I believe. Make it a lot easier for me to reassemble and whatnot. We'll be able to have this frame all done and just drop it in there instead of having to slide it through the big hoop. So we've got some sheet metal work to do tonight. Like I said, I've got most of the parts are at the powder coat guy, and he's doing a fantastic job, I'm sure. So we're gonna get these other parts blasted whenever it quits raining outside, and we'll take this next batch of parts up to him, and we should be good to go for reassembly after that. So just want to give you guys an update on the SA200 project. She's looking pretty good. You know, we're pretty much balls deep into it right now at this point. And so thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.